is incredible. Now then, you lot, my name's Nathan. Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're going to be making steak and chips with a garlic butter. I didn't know I was going to make a garlic butter until then, but I think I'm going to make a garlic butter because butter and garlic sounds delicious. The cut of steak we're going to be using today is this delicious sirloin I got from the local butchers. Now, supermarket steaks are okay. Just pay that extra few pounds for the thicker cut steak, because the thin cut steaks will cook a lot quicker and you're more likely to overcook them. Unless you like a well done steak, then just get one of them. The thicker the cut, the more delicious it's going to be. The longer it's going to need to cook though, and that's what I'm here to teach you for. I should probably think about that garlic butter that I haven't thought about. Now this steak is still fridge temperature, but we're going to take it out for at least 15 to 30 minutes to bring the temperature up to around room temperature, because you don't want to cook a cold steak, otherwise it won't cook evenly throughout and you've got a higher chance of burning the outside and the inside still being raw. We don't want that. We want a nice evenly cooked pink steak. Now whilst that steak is coming up to room temperature, we're going to make some chips. We're going to want nice, even, thin chips, because today I want nice skinny french fries, no chunky chips today, and we're going to fry them twice. They're going to be super delicious, trust me. So once you've cut the chips up, we're going to place them in a bowl with cold water to the top, and this is going to help drain some of the starch out. Rinse the water a couple of times and then leave it to sit in the cold water on the side for a little bit. Alright, so for the garlic compound butter, all you're going to need is some unsalted, softened butter, some finely chopped parsley, some freshly grated lemon zest, some finely minced garlic. Sorry, just a little interruption here. Little trick with garlic to get it more of a paste. All you're going to want to do is add a little bit of salt to it, just a little bit of table salt, and that's just going to help draw the moisture out of the garlic. Then you're going to use the back of the knife, scrape it like this, and that way it's going to break down the garlic a lot easier, and it's going to be in finer pieces, ready to incorporate into the butter. Some pepper and some flaky sea salt. You're going to combine all of this together, lay it on some cling film, roll it up like a sausage, and now we can just place that in the fridge and let it set to use later. But now we are going to move on to the fries, because everybody loves fries, especially this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to double fry our fries. Once at a lower temperature and once at a higher temperature. Now these fries are already very thin and crispy. Normally you do this with like big chunky fries. So we're gonna go in at a temperature which I'm not really sure because I don't have a thermometer. We're gonna fry them lightly and quickly. So basically you wanna cook the inside of the potato, and then we're gonna drain them, dry them out on a rack, and then we're gonna later on fry them again at a higher temperature, probably around 180, 200 degrees. So they get nice and crispy, but they're still fluffy in the inside from before. That's it, very simple. Just don't burn yourself. Disclaimer. Bye.
Bye.
So yeah, let's fry some chips. Alright, so I've just laid out the chips on the wire rack now to cool down and also dry out a little bit. This is going to ensure they're going to get extra crispy later. Let's move on to the steak now, and let's just clear a few misconceptions about steak. Is that the right word? I don't know. English is not my strong thing. However, I do know about cooking a little bit. So, a lot of people say if you salt your steak before, it's going to go dry, it's going to go blah 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 blah. No, shut up. If you salt your steak before cooking, it's going to be fine. It's going to add a really delicious crust to it. Adding salt 5-10 minutes before cooking isn't going to fuck your steak up. It's really not, don't worry. In fact, if anything, it's going to add more flavor to it because the salt has started to penetrate the meat a little bit earlier, helping to bring out the moisture a little bit before cooking. I'm not going to ruin this by adding paprika, different flavors like that, you know, cumin, garam masala. If you want to do that sort of stuff, cater it towards a dish the steak is going to complement those flavors. A good steak only needs salt, pepper, garlic, thyme, and butter. Now, these are key fundamental flavors in cooking, and they will be enough to make your steak delicious. Trust me. The garlic, the thyme, they're aromatics. Aromatics are not hard, heavy hitting flavors. I know garlic is hard, heavy hitting, but when you're just basting it with the butter, it's just going to penetrate the meat and make it delicious. So, don't think your steak is going to taste bland because you're only using garlic, thyme, salt, pepper, butter. It's not. It's going to be delicious if you do it correctly. But remember, if you're going to add all these seasonings and spices and other herbs, whatever, cater your dish towards that. And there's no problem. You know, it's going to be delicious. but this is how you cook a good pan-fried steak. Now, let's move on to oiling and fats. I've always been taught by my chefs to oil your steak. I like to oil my steaks all around with the salt and pepper with a neutral oil. I also like to add a little bit of oil to the pan just as I'm adding the steak to it. Now, some chefs won't, some chefs will just oil the pan. I don't like to do that. It's not the way I was taught, and that's just the way that it's been imprinted in my head from the kitchens I've worked in. So, oil the steak, salt and pepper heavily on both sides, add it to the pan, get a very good sear. We're gonna go 2 minutes on each side. We're gonna flip it, and then you don't move it around. After you've flipped it, remove the steak, and we're gonna add the butter and the aromatics then. Once the butter and aromatics have started to incorporate into the pan, then we're gonna add the steak back and baste it, probably for around another 3 to 4 minutes. And then we're gonna remove the steak, let it rest on the wire rack for half the time we've cooked it. So around 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how well you like your steak cooked. Today, we're aiming for a medium rare. I like medium rare because I like medium rare. Now, I was taught something at a very young age by a family friend of mine, and it's always sat in my head ever since. And he said, Nathan, there's 2 types of wine in the world. Now, I thought red and white. No, he said there's wine you like and there's wine you don't like. There's 2 types of steak you like. Steak you like and steak you don't like. If you like your steak medium, well done, whatever, have your steak like that. Now, yes, it is gonna upset some chefs because it is a nice cut of steak and, you know, we can see it as to be ruined. But at the end of the day, you're a paying customer, you're gonna have it how you like. And if you like to eat your steak medium well done, eat it like that because that's the way you're gonna enjoy it. Don't let anyone tell you you can't eat it like that, because you can. Yes, I'm gonna agree with them that you might have ruined a nice piece of meat, but that's the way you like to eat it. Why would you change that? It's that simple. So, no more chatting, let's get cooking. Okay, so at this point, you're also going to want to add your French fries back into the oil at a higher temperature to fry them at the same time. So hopefully they'll be ready in time for when the steak is cooked. Look at that, that is juicy. Nurse Cruty to the rescue. I accidentally burnt my hand and she's insistent on me doing this before I film. What? That looks like makeup. Can I eat it?
It's not, no, babe.
It looks so tasty. It looks like
Silver
raspberry. It looks like
nitrate,
raspberry puree.
No!
Why not?
It's nitrate.
That looks like a lot. Can I eat it?
No.
Why not? So, guys, effectively, your steak isn't going to be hot in the middle. Now, a lot of people ask me, Nathan, when you rest your steak, isn't it going to go cold? Your steak was never piping hot in the middle. Your steak isn't going to get to a temperature where it's hot on your tongue in the middle. That's not going to happen. Your steak needs to rest in order for the juices to still stay within inside the steak to make it delicious. I'm very happy with it. I've tasted a little end piece and it is delicious. The chips look crispy. Do you want a chip?
Yeah.
Let's dip it in the garlic butter. I like the bit down there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a few.
Yeah.
You like it? It's good?
They're so good.
I'm going to eat the rest.
Oh, they're really good.
You want some more?
Yeah.
So, I hope you learned something from this. And remember, eat the steak how you want to eat it. And on that note, you can subscribe. You can like this video. You can comment. Because at 10K, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. A giveaway specifically of this pan. So, if you want a chance to get that giveaway, if you want a chance to be able to win the giveaway, get your friends to subscribe, because I assume if you're watching this, you're already subscribed to me. So I appreciate all of your likes, all of your comments, all of your shares, and hopefully a new video out very soon. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much. I'll see you later.